everybody. Today we're going to read this story. It's called Millie's Chickens. The author of this story is Brenda Williams and Valerie Kiss, and they also illustrated the pictures. And I thought this page was cute because in your journal you're writing or have written about this. It says, which came first, the chicken or the egg? The mystery grows and grows, but it has been said that the rooster knows, and that is why he crows and crows. Here's Millie's rooster, happy and proud, greeting the world by crowing out loud. Cock-a-doodle-doo! Here are the hens strutting around, free to wander and peck at the ground. So a rooster is a boy chicken and a hen is the girl chicken. Here is Millie, up at dawn, feeding her chicken pellets of corn. Here is Silky, friendly and calm, happily tucked under Millie's arm. Here is Rhodey, heavy and round. She lays eggs that are big and brown. Here is Leggy, who lays blue eggs, strutting around on long, slim legs. So we know that hens can lay different color eggs. Here they were brown and blue, sometimes they're white. Here is Millie looking around, but where is Silky? She can't be found. She's looking for Silky, but she doesn't know where she is. Here is Silky hiding away, finding a place where she can lay. So she's looking for a place where she can lay her egg. Here is Silky's nest. She's a good mother. She's happy to care for her own eggs and others. So if you look at her nest, she's got blue eggs and brown eggs and a little white egg. So she's got lots of eggs in that nest. Here are the chicks hatching out well, pecking their way from inside the shell. So they have a little egg tooth that they're going to hatch, click, 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 and they're going to be able to hatch out of that shell. And then that egg tooth will fall off. Here is the water the little chicks need. They drink it all up to wash down their feed. So here they are. Here is the hopper filled with grit every day to strengthen the shells of the eggs the hens lay. So they're going to eat their special food. Here is the sunshine, the warm spring weather helps the chicks grow their grown-up feathers. Here is the house called a coop or an ark, where the hens go to bed as soon as it's dark. So here's their coop. They're going to go in there and that's where they're going to stay. You remember they'll sleep on their perch. Here is Millie. She shuts the door tight, keeping her chickens safe through the night. If you look, she's probably trying to keep them safe from that fox. Here is the fox snooping around, but all of the chickens sleep safe and sound. So she did a good job keeping them safe. Here is the morning. Millie opens the pen. The chickens run free in the garden again. Here's Millie's basket where she puts the eggs in. With cream, brown, and blue ones, it's full to the brim. So if it's full to the brim, that means it's all the way full to the top. Here are the eggs for Millie to eat with hot toast and butter, a delicious treat. And then this is just about chickens. So it says chickens come in many shapes and sizes. Baby chickens are called chicks, but once a chick starts to grow, it is called different names. Female chicks become pullets at around 8 weeks old. They become hens when they are old enough to start laying eggs. Only hens lay eggs, and we learned that the girls are the hens. They lay fewer and fewer eggs as they grow older. Most hens over 3 years old don't lay eggs at all. I didn't know that. Young male chickens are called cockerels, and are then called cocks or roosters when they are fully grown. Chickens are fully grown when they are about 1 year old. So Beckett's about 1 year old, and if he were a chicken, he would be grown. That is crazy because he can't take care of himself at all, but a chicken could. So in this story, there was a few different types of chickens, so we'll read about that. It says, there are hundreds of chicken breeds. The 3 kinds of hens Millie keeps are very friendly and good-natured. That means they're nice. These 3 breeds are all excellent chickens for children to keep. So Rhode Island Red looked like that in the story. These chickens are not always red. Sometimes their plumage is so dark that it looks maroon, and sometimes it has white streaks. Their eggs are light brown. People like raising Rhode Island Reds because they are strong, sturdy birds that lay lots of eggs. The breed is the state bird of Rhode Island, where it was first bred in the late 1800s. So it got its name from being the state bird in Rhode Island. The next one is a cream leg bar, and it says you can identify male and female leg bars as soon as they hatch. Male chicks have a lighter plumage than females, and usually a cream spot on their heads. Cream leg bars are good egg layers. Their eggs are usually light blue, but can also be olive green. So this one had cream or light brown eggs. This one has light blue eggs, but sometimes they're even olive green. Silkies, like that one, the one that got lost, are calm and friendly. They have special fluffy feathers that look like hair and feel very smooth. Silky hens are not very good at laying eggs, but they are excellent mothers. They are quite happy to look after another chicken's eggs. Their own eggs are creamy white. Most chickens have 4 toes, but the silky has 5 toes. And here is some more facts. This one's about roosters. So those are the ones that we hear crowing. Perhaps because he likes to roost or sit resting on a high perch, a fully grown cockerel is often called a rooster. In the same way that many birds sing, he will crow loudly first thing in the morning to mark his territory. Let me hear y'all give me a cock-a-doodle-doo. Good job. A happy rooster will also crow at any time of the day or even at night if he's disturbed. So if he's disturbed, that means somebody was bothering him. A rooster will protect his hens, so he's going to protect the girls. Some roosters even fight off attacks by predators like dogs and foxes. So can you imagine this rooster is going to fight off a dog or a fox to keep his hen safe? That's pretty cool. This one's called Keeping Chicks. So there's the little baby chicks. Chickens make lovely pets. Would y'all want a chicken for a pet? They are easy to keep and can live in gardens or backyards as well as on larger areas of land. Chickens need a safe, fox-proof coop, food twice a day, and plenty of fresh water, grit, and clean straw or sawdust in their coop. Chickens can only fly very short distances, so you don't need to worry about them escaping. Keeping chickens as pets can be a rewarding experience. Not only are their fresh eggs delicious to eat and very good for you, but they are social birds and can enjoy being handled, just like Silky does in the story. All right, and then this is called anatomy, and what that means is what their body has. So it says the red crest, so at the top of their head, is called a comb. So like a comb that we brush our hair with, that is what that is called on the top of their head. The red flap under his neck is called a wattle. Male chickens often have larger combs and wattles than females, so theirs are usually bigger. Like all birds, chickens have a beak, but no teeth. Because they can't chew their food, they have 2 stomachs. The first stomach is called a crop, so it's right here, and the second stomach is called a gizzard. The gizzard has muscular walls and helps the chicken to digest food. So, and the chickens eat pebbles and little sand, and that helps smush up their food. And then here is the egg. So that's the egg that a chicken will grow in. Different breeds of chickens lay eggs with shells of different shades, so different colors. White, brown, cream, blue, and even pale green. Inside the hard shell, a clear watery liquid called albumin protects the yolk. It's also called the egg white because it turns bright white when cooked. So that's the part. If you eat sunny-side up eggs, that's what we call them in our house, it turns white when you cook them. And then the yolk is the yellow part on the inside. And that part of the egg floats in the middle of the egg white. So you can see here is the egg white, and then there's the yolk, and that's what it looks like inside the egg. All right, let's keep learning some more. So feeding. Chickens eat seeds, grains, and insects. Young chicks need food that is high in protein. Grit helps chickens to digest their food. It also helps strengthen the shells of the eggs they lay. So why do you think they want their shells hard? I want you to think about that. Think about if you drop an egg. If you drop an egg and the shell's really, really, really soft or really weak, you drop it, what's going to happen? It's going to break. But if it's a harder shell because they are really healthy, it might not break as easily. So they want their chickens, they want their baby chicks on the inside to stay safe. Free-range hens eat grasses and insects in addition to their grain, and their eggs are healthier for us to eat because of this balanced diet. So a free-range chicken, remember that means that it gets to walk wherever it wants to go. They might have like a backyard kind of. It's not in a cage. So, and it gets to eat the bugs and the fruit and the insects. Breeding chickens, so that's how we get more chickens. A hen will start to lay eggs when she's about 6 months old. If hens are kept with a rooster, then their eggs may be fertilized. Only fertilized eggs will grow into chicks. So there has to be a rooster for those eggs to turn into chicks. So the eggs that we eat, there was no rooster, so there's no way there's going to be a baby chick in there. For chicks to hatch, fertilized eggs need to be kept in a warm place, either under a broody hen like Silky or in an incubator that uses special lights to give off heat. It takes 21 days, so 3 weeks, for fertilized eggs to hatch into chicks. So they have to stay warm. Remember the eagles, the mama sat on her eggs to keep them nice and warm. So it's the same with the chickens. The chickens have to stay on those eggs to keep them nice and warm. And if there's not a mama, you can put them in an incubator, and that does the same thing. It keeps them nice and warm. So collecting eggs. Eggs need to be collected every day. It's important not to keep them for too long before you eat them. Old eggs go bad, and eating them can make you really sick. And rotten eggs are very smelly. Ugh. To check if an egg is fresh, put it in a bowl of water. Fresh eggs will sink, and older eggs will float because air seeps into the shells as they age. If an egg floats, don't eat it. So it's a good way you could check at your house. Maybe you could do a little experiment. Check to see if your eggs are good or not by putting it in a bowl of water. And if it sinks, then it's still good. But if it floats to the top, then it's not good anymore. Eating eggs. Eggs taste best if you eat them on the day that they are laid. Free-range hens, remember that means they get to go wherever they want and eat lots of good stuff, are raised outdoors with lots of space to lay their eggs. They are tastier and better for you than eggs from hens that are kept inside. Eggs are delicious and can be eaten in lots of different ways. They are also rich in protein and vitamin D. So the end. Hopefully you learned some facts about some chickens. Okay, I'm really sad because if we were at school, we would actually be hatching chickens in our classroom. But Miss Philpott is hatching them at her farm. So when I get some pictures, I will send them your way so you can see the chicks that she's hatched. All right, guys, I hope you have a great day.